Hello everyone, welcome to the yarn bowl. Today in this video we're going to see how to crochet this beautiful sunflower sling bag. So it can be used by kids as well as adults. You can adjust the size of the strap according to the need or the person you're working this bag for. And it's perfect for summer and they look great with summer outfits. And this bag is made with 100% cotton yarn. You can also use any type of yarn for making this bag. If you want a free written pattern of the sling bag, it's available in my website, theyarnbowlcrochet.com. Link for that is available in the description. And if you have an Instagram account, do follow me on my Instagram handle as well. I post project updates and fun reels on my Instagram. Meanwhile, if you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the yarn bowl and click on the bell icon as well so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. So we're going to work 2 sunflower granny squares for this bag, and I'm going to use all cotton yarns, and I use peaches and cream and sugar and cream yarn for this project. And this is the granny square that we are going to make, sunflower granny square, and we need to make 2 of these squares, and we just need to attach a strap and a base to this. And the colors that I'll be using here is white and dark taupe and yellow, and this one right here is gold. So I'm using 100% cotton yarn here, and I'm going to use 4mm crochet hook, and we'll need this D-rings to attach the straps. You can also avoid this. You can just directly crochet your straps, and I'll need this nice big bead here to add as a button, and we'll need sewing needles as well. So I'm going to start with this dark taupe color, and I'm going to work a magic round, and then I'll work chain 3, which is considered as my first double crochet, and then I'm going to go ahead work 15 more double crochets around the magic ring. So go ahead, work 15 more double crochets around the magic ring, and once you're done with that, we are going to work a slip stitch on top of your starting chain 3 to close this round 1. So at the end of round 1 you should have 16 double crochet stitches. So go ahead, work round 1. I'll meet you at the end of round 1. Once your round 1 is complete, tighten the magic ring and work your slip stitch on top of your starting chain 3 to close this round 1. And you can secure your magic ring with a knot after this. Just tighten your magic ring and secure it with a knot. And we're done with this color now. We're going to change the color of the yarn to gold. And we're going to work puff stitches around. I'm going to show you how to work this puff stitch. So once you change the yarn color to gold, we are going to work a slip stitch to the next stitch, which it will be easier to proceed. We're also going to cover this same stitch once we are going to finish this round. So I'm just starting off with this next stitch, and I'm going to work a chain 1, and then I will pull up a long loop and yarn over, insert your hook onto the stitch, pull up a long loop, yarn over, insert your hook onto the stitch, pull up a long loop, yarn over, insert your hook on the stitch, pull up a long loop, and pull through all the loops and work a chain 1. Now let's work our second puff stitch. I'm going to yarn over and then insert my hook onto the stitch, pull up a long loop, yarn over, insert my hook on the stitch, pull up a long loop, and then once again I'm going to repeat this, yarn over, insert my hook on the stitch, pull up a long loop, and then I'm going to yarn over, pull through all the loops, and then work a chain 1. I have worked my second puff stitch here. Now yarn over, insert my hook on the stitch, pull up a long loop, yarn over, insert my hook on the stitch, pull up a long loop, yarn over, insert my hook onto the stitch, pull up a long loop. Now yarn over, pull through all the loops and work a chain 1. So we are going to repeat working puff stitch followed by a chain 1 around. So on each stitch we are going to work a puff stitch and a chain 1. So we should have 16 puff stitches with in between chain 1 spaces around. So once you worked your last puff stitch, work a chain 1 and then work a slip stitch onto your starting puff stitch. So with this, our round 2 will be complete. So make sure at the end of round 2 you have 16 puff stitches with in between chain 1 spaces. So that's our round 2 here. We're going to work our round 3 next. So we're going to change your yarn color to yellow and proceed your round 3. So we're going to slip stitch onto the next chain 1 space before proceeding with round 3, and then work a chain 2, and then we are going to work double crochet 3 together. So this chain 2 double crochet 3 together is considered as our first double crochet 4 together. So once you work this chain 2 double crochet 3 together, I'm going to work a chain 2. And I'm going to repeat working double crochet 4 together on each chain 1 space of the previous round. And once I work double crochet 4 together, I'm going to work a chain 2 after that. So on each chain 1 space of the previous round, I'm going to work double crochet 4 together followed by a chain 2 space. So we are going to work chain 2 now, and then we are going to repeat working double crochet 4 together on each chain 1 space of previous round followed by a chain 2. So once you finish working your double crochet 4 together, work a chain 2 and then proceed with this pattern around. So at the end of this round you should have 16 double crochet 4 together with in between chain 2 spaces. So once you've done working 16 double crochet 4 together with in between chain 2 spaces, we are going to work a slip stitch onto top of our starting chain 2 double crochet 3 together to close this round 4. So continue working this pattern around. So I have worked my last double crochet 4 together. I'm going to work a chain 2 now, and then I will work a slip stitch onto my starting chain 2 double crochet 3 together. So now our round 3 is complete. So we're going to proceed with round 4 now. So I'm going to change my yarn color to white, and I'm going to slip stitch on the next chain 2 space. So we are going to convert the round to a square at this round. Let's see how to do it. So we are going to work 3 double crochet on each chain 2 space for the next 3 chain 2 spaces, and then we are going to increment on the next chain 2 space, which is going to convert this circle to a square. So after working 3 double crochets on 3 chain 2 spaces, I'm going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet on the next chain 2 space. So I will start with chain 3, which is considered as my first double crochet, and then work 2 more double crochet on this same chain 2 space. And then I'm going to go ahead work 3 double crochet each on next 2 chain 2 spaces. So go ahead work 3 double crochet each on next 2 chain 2 spaces. So now we are going to increment, which means we are going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet on the next chain 2 space. So we're going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, everything worked on the same chain 2 space. So we're going to repeat this pattern around. That is, we are going to work 3 double crochet each on 3 chain 2 spaces, and on the 4th chain 2 space we are going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet around, so which is going to convert our round to a circle. So now I am working 3 double crochet each on next 3 chain 2 spaces, and on the 4th chain 2 space I am going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. So this is the second set that we are working. So we're going to work 2 more of these sets, which is going to work around the circle, and we'll be done working or converting our circle to a square by then, once we finish this round. So work 3 double crochet each for 3 chain 2 spaces, and on the 4th chain 2 space work 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, and continue this pattern around. So once you're done with this round, you're going to work a slip stitch on top of your starting chain 3 to close this round 4. So continue working this pattern around. I'll meet you at the end of this round. So now I am done working this round 4. I'm going to work a slip stitch on top of my starting chain 3 to close this round 4. So now let's proceed with round 5. So for round 5 we are going to work 1 double crochet each on each double crochet of the previous round, and in the corner chain 3 space we are going to work 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet on the chain 3 of each corner. In all other places we are going to work 1 double crochet each. I'm going to start off with chain 3, which is considered as my first double crochet, and then I'm going to go ahead work 1 double crochet on each double crochet of the previous round until I reach my corner chain 3 space. So go ahead, work 1 double crochet on each double crochet of the previous round. So now in the corner chain 3 space we are going to work 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, everything on the same chain 3 space. So we're going to increment on the corners. So I'm going to work 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, everything worked on the same chain 3 space. Then I'll go ahead work 1 double crochet each on each double crochet of the previous round until I reach my other corner chain 3 space, and in the corner chain 3 space I'll work 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, and we are going to repeat this pattern around. And once we are done, we are going to work a slip stitch on top of your starting chain 3 to close this round. So go ahead, complete this round. I'll meet you at the end of this round. And we have completed our round 5. Next we are going to proceed with round 6. Round 6 will be a single crochet round. So I'm going to work single crochets on each double crochet of the previous round until I reach my corner, chain 3 space, and in the chain 3 space I'll be working 2 single crochet, chain 2 single crochet on the corner chain 3 space. I'm going to work a chain 1 which does not count as a stitch, and then I'm going to proceed working 1 single crochet on each double crochet of the previous round until I reach the corner chain 3 space. So we are going to work 1 single crochet each on the double crochet of the previous round, and in the corner we are going to increment. So go ahead, work 1 single crochet on each double crochet of the previous round. So I'll show you how we are going to work in the corner, and we're going to increment. We're going to work 2 single crochet, chain 2 single crochet, everything worked on the chain 3 space, and that's how we increment this row. And go ahead, work 1 single crochet on each double crochet of the previous round until we reach our the next corner stitch, that's right there. And in the corner stitch we'll again work 2 single crochet, chain 2 single crochet, and on the remaining double crochet stitches we're going to work 1 single crochet on each double crochet of the previous round. And in the corner chain 3 space we are once again going to work 2 single crochet, chain 2 single crochet. So we're going to repeat this pattern around, and once we are done we are going to work a slip stitch on top of your starting single crochet to close this round 6. So go ahead, follow this pattern and complete this round 6. I'll meet you at the end of round 6. So we need to work 2 of these squares. So for the other square we are going to just work single crochets around, but for your second square make sure before you complete one of the sides we are going to work a button loop, which will be the center stitch. So you're going to locate your center stitch, which is right here, and then I'm going to work a single crochet on that stitch, and we're going to work a chain 8. You can work this on any side of your square, or if you don't want to work a button loop you can just go ahead work single crochets around and work single crochet on the same stitch again, and proceed with your regular pattern. We're going to do this on to only one of our squares for the bag. Just we are adding a little button loop here, so this is optional. So we're going to attach the button to the other square that we're going to work with the same pattern, and then continue working our regular pattern of working 1 single crochet each on the double crochet of the previous round, and then work 2 single crochet, chain 2 single crochet on the corner chain 3 space. And once you're done with this, work a slip stitch on top of your starting single crochet to close this round 6, which is our last round, and then you can fasten off and weave your ends. As I told you earlier, we are going to need one more of this same square with the same pattern, except that we don't work the button loop on that square. And just weave all your odd ends, and then let's proceed working the base and the strap for the bag. This is such an easy pattern, you can work it very easily. And who doesn't love sunflowers? So this is gonna really look very pretty. And once you weave, we're gonna start working on bag straps. If you want, you can block this square. Since I have worked them with a nice thick cotton yarn, I'm just spreading it out or evening my square. If you want, you can go ahead block your square as well. So go ahead, work one more of this same square, except don't work your button loop with that square. And we're going to place both the squares with the wrong side going inside, and this is how our button loop is going to come. So now I'm going to work a base for my bag, for which I'm going to work a slip knot, and then I'm going to go ahead work 90 chains. So I'll work 90 chains, work nice loose chains. So once you have worked your 90 chains, I'm going to work, so that's my 90 chains, and then I'm going to work one double crochet on the third loop of my 5th chain from the hook. So this turning chains will count as a double crochet, and then I'm going to locate this third loop. If you see, you can see the V's of your chain here, and if you turn your chains, you can see one bump at the back for each chain. So that's your third loop. I'm going to locate that third loop and work one double crochet on each third loop of each chain. So this is going to secure our V's on the other side, which is going to look very pretty. So both the sides of this base is going to look uniform also if we work on the third loop. So go ahead, work one double crochet on the third loop of each chain till the end. So you should have 87 double crochet, and that's how our strap is, or the base is. So once you have worked all your double crochet, you can fasten off and work a slip stitch. So we are going to attach this base to both the squares. We'll be working slip stitches on either side of this base onto our square. So we're going to cover 3 sides of our square and attach this base. So the top part will be open. So I'm going to align both the squares in such a way that the wrong side goes inside, and we're going to run this base around the square as I told you. So we're going to leave 5 to 6 double crochets on either side to attach the D-rings, and we're going to work slip stitches starting from the 6th double crochet, and we'll work one square on one side of this base, and then we'll work slip stitches for the next square for the next side of the base, and we're going to fold this 6 double crochets that we left on either side and attach our D-ring to it. And we'll need one more of we'll work a strap also in the same pattern for the shoulder strap. So I'm going to work a slip knot, and I will work 190 chains, and we are going to work the same way we worked for the base. Once we have worked 190 chains, so you can adjust this length according to the person you are working. I am working an adult size sling bag, so for that so this would be the required measurement for the strap. So once you have worked 190 chains, I'm going to turn my chain at the back, and I'm going to locate my 5th chain from the hook, and I'm going to turn this chain around and locate the back bump or the third loop and work one double crochet on it. So this turning chain 3 is considered as my first double crochet. So then I'm going to work one double crochet on the third loop of each chain till the end. So same way like we did for the base of the bag. So go ahead, work one double crochet on the third loop of each chain till the end, and once you have completed working this way, you can fasten off and weave your ends. So the next step would be the assembly of the base and the strap to the bag and attaching the button. So such a simple pattern it is. So there will be no confusion and it's very easy to work this bag. So go ahead, work 1 double crochet on the third loop of each chain till the end. So you're gonna have your bag strap here. So as I told you earlier, this is for adult size. So if you're working for a child size, reduce the number of chains according to the measurement of the child that you're working for. So now we are going to assemble our base and the strap to the bag. So the straps are going to go on the other two ends of the D-rings. So as I told you, align your bag, the squares and the base, and leave 5 double crochets and start from the 6th double crochet. So we are going to attach the white yarn, and we are going to pick up the back loop of the stitch in the square. So we are going to attach the base to 3 sides of the square, and the top part of the square will be free. So I'm going to leave 5 double crochet, and then I'm going to pick up the chain 2, right? So I'm going to pick up the back loop of that chain and the front loop of this base, the 6th double crochet, and work slip stitch. So we're going to work slip stitches all through the 3 sides of the square this way. So we are going to work slip stitches by holding the back loop of the square and front loop of the base for each stitch around. So if you are working this way, one side of the base and one side of the square will be seamed together, and we will be attaching the next side of the base and next side of the square the same way that we are doing for the square, and then both the ends of your square will be seamed to the base. So we're going to pick up the back loop of each stitch of the bag and front loop of the corresponding stitch of the base and work slip stitches. So now you should get an idea how we are working this. So continue working slip stitches of the back loop of the stitch from the square and corresponding front loop of the stitch from the base, and work slip stitches around. So continue working slip stitches around. So if you see the corner, the chain 2 is also considered as a stitch, so don't skip that chain 2. Work slip stitches on the chain 2 as well. Hold the back loop of the square and corresponding front loop of the base and work slip stitches. So continue working slip stitches around this way so that one side of your bag will be seamed. So once you have completed working slip stitches around, you should have another 5 to 6 double crochet on the other side of the base. We need this for attaching the D-rings. So we are going to repeat this same thing for the other square as well. Make sure when you place other square, the button loop side comes on the top, and continue working slip stitches in the same way we have worked for the side one. So leave 5 to 6 double crochet and start working slip stitches by holding the back loop of the stitch on the square and front loop of the stitch on the base, and proceed working slip stitches around. And once you're done working slip stitches, fasten off and weave your ends. So now we have attached both the squares to the base. You just need to weave all these odd ends, and then we'll attach the D-rings to both the sides of the base. So go ahead, weave the odd ends. So now I have weaved all my odd ends. Now I'm gonna take the D-ring and I'm gonna insert my D-ring onto the one side of the base, and I'm gonna sew it so that the D-ring is nice and secure, and I'm gonna repeat this for the other side as well. So now I'm gonna attach my D-ring to my other side as well. I'm gonna sew both the sides, and we have attached the D-rings here. And now in the same way we are gonna sew both the ends of our strap to the D-rings. Make sure your wrong side goes inside and the right side of the strap comes up, and fold this strap around the D-ring as shown, and you can sew both these ends together with the sewing needle. So make sure you do the same thing for the other side as well. And that's it, our bag is done. Once you're finished sewing this strap to the D-ring, now place this large bead to the same center stitch that we made our button loop for the other square. So on the corresponding stitch for this square, sew this button on the same stitch so that your button loop can go around this bead. So sew it tightly, and then weave your ends and fasten off your sewing thread. So this is the last step for working our bag, and we are done with our cute sunflower sling bag. It's a perfect summer project and a wonderful gift idea as well. So you can put your button loop around the bead and it's gonna look like a button. So it's a perfect crossbody summer spring bag. It's super easy to work, and I hope you enjoy this pattern. So it can be made for kids and adults just by varying the length of the strap. So I hope you enjoyed this pattern. If you want a free written pattern of this beautiful sunflower sling bag, it's available in my website, theyarnbowlcrochet.com. Link for that is available in the description. If you have an Instagram account, do follow me on my Instagram handle as well, where I post project updates and fun reels. I hope you enjoyed this pattern. Please do not forget to subscribe to the Yarn Bowl and click on the bell icon as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.